Hi everyone, hope you all are good. So we're going to start with grade 10 maths. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 10 maths. There you can find a list of the chapters. Got it? So we're working on the chapter factoring, that is from grade 9 maths. So you can just go back to grade 9 maths, find the chapter factoring, and here is the list of the lessons we are going to cover today. They are from they are factor, quadratics, special cases, then factor by grouping, then we'll do the final test of the chapter. Then we'll start the new chapter, linear functions, that is on grade 9, and the lesson is identify linear functions. Got it? Let's start with the first topic, that is factor, quadratic, special cases. Let me write down the lesson name. Factor, quadratics, special cases. So here I am on grade 9 maths. The chapter name is factoring, and here is the lesson factor, quadratic, special cases. Let's start with the chapter. Okay, you have, let's start with the first example, 4w square plus 12w plus 9. 4w square plus 12w and plus 9. So we have two of the formulas for the perfect squares. They are a square plus 2ab plus b square, and that equals a plus b whole square. Then you have a square minus 2ab plus b square, and that would be a minus b whole square. Let's just understand the question. Hi. Okay, let's just understand the question. 4w is the square of 2w. Got it? And here you have 9. 9 is the square of 3 square. And here you have 2 times 2w, that would be a, that would be b, and 3. It would be 2a, b, and when you multiply them, they makes 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 times 2 is 12. Got it? That means 4w is the square of 2w, 9 is the square of 3. It would be then 2, a is 2w, and b is 3. So it would form a square plus 2ab plus b square, isn't it? And that equals a plus b whole square. A is 2w and b is 3. So it would be 2w whole square. Got it? Just relate the formulas with the given question. Here you have 4w. Let me explain again. Just listen to me carefully. Here you have 4w. Got it? 4w is the square of 2w. Here you have 3. 3 is the square of 9. 9 is the square of 3. Got it? Here you have 12w. 12w means 2 times. Here you have a. A is 2w. 2 is from the formula. Here it is. Then a is 2w and b is 3. So when you multiply them, it makes 3 times 2 is 6 and 6 times 2 is 12. It makes 2ab. So if you relate the things, it would be a square plus 2ab plus b square. It would be written in this form. You can write them as a plus b whole square. We know that a is 2w and b is 3. So it would be then 2w plus 3 whole square. Got it? That would be the special cases when you have the complete square formulas. Got it? Both the numbers are the complete square, and you can write them as the a square plus 2ab plus b square. You can write them as a plus b whole square. If you have a square minus 2ab plus b square, you can write them as a minus b whole square. Got it? Let's just start with the practice questions. They are known as factoring perfect square quadratics. Got it? Okay, let's start with the first. They are 9j square minus 4. The first question from the test is, okay, the first one is 9j square minus 4. Okay, 9j is the square of 3j and minus 2 is the square of 4 is the square of 2. Got it? Whenever we have something like this, a square minus b square, both of the numbers are exactly the perfect square. You can write them as a plus b and a minus b. Got it? You can write them as a plus b if both the numbers are the perfect square. Got it? Like 9j is the square of 3j and 4 is the square of 2. Got it? It would be 3j square and 2 square. So you can write them as a plus b and a minus b. So a is 3j, b is 2. So it would be 3j minus 2 and 3j plus 2. Got it? Got it? If you have any question, you can just write the question in the chat box. I'll answer all your questions if you have any. So 9j square minus 4 equals 3j minus 2 and 3j plus 2. Got it? Keep these very important things in your mind when working with the perfect squares. It would be 3j minus 2 and 3j plus 2. The first option, the second option is the correct one. Got it? Okay, the next one is 25r square plus 30r plus 9. Okay, 25r square plus 30r plus 9. Okay, just look at the numbers if they are perfect square. So 25r square is the square of 25r square is the square of 5r, isn't it? And 9 is the square of 3. Got it? So then it must be 2a, a is 5r, and b is 3. Got it? It would be then 2 times 5r plus 3. If you multiply them, 3 times 5 is 15 and 15 times 2 is 30. So it is equal to 30r. Got it? So that means this is the perfect square of 5r. All of them are with the positive sign. So it would be then a plus b. It is 5r plus 3 whole square. Got it? 5r plus 3, 5r square. 25r is the square of 5r. 9 is the square of 3. Then it would be 2ab. 2a is 5r, b is 3. When you multiply them, it makes 30r. Got it? So that equals 5r plus 3 whole square. Got it? So the correct option is the second one. It is 5r plus 3 whole square. Okay, the next one is 16p square subtract 1. Okay, 16p square subtract 1. 16p square is square of which number? 16p square is the square of 4p, isn't it? And minus 1 is the square of 1. So it is again a square minus b square. So whenever you have something like this, you can write them as a plus b, a minus b. So you can write them as 4b minus 1 and 4p plus 1, isn't it? If you have any question, please write the question in the chat box. I'll answer all your questions if you have any. So it would be 4p minus 1 and 4p plus 1. Got it? The first option is the correct one, 4p minus 1 and 4p plus 1. Okay, the next one is 4w square plus 12w plus 9. Okay, 4w square plus 12w plus 9. If you know the answers, please write the answer in the chat box. Okay, So 4w is the square of 2w, and this is the square of 3. Got it? It would be then 2 times 2w plus times 3. Got it? You can multiply them to check. 3 times 2 is 6 and 6 times 2 is 12. Got it? That means this is the perfect square of 2w plus 3 whole square. Got it? It would be 2w plus 3 whole square. So the first option is the correct one. Got it? Okay, the next one is, okay, you have just 4 or 5 questions. You can find a lesson on your book. Please do the practice questions as many as you can. If you need more help with the topic, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? Because we have just 5 to 6 questions, so we all did on the board. The next one is factor by grouping. Let me start with the next lesson, that is factor by grouping. Okay, the next one is factor by grouping. Let's start with the first one. It would be n cube plus n square plus 9s plus 9. It would be n cube plus n square plus 9n plus 9. Let me just check if all of them are. Yes, all of them are. So you can make the groups. If you don't have anything common, you can take common from these three, but here you don't have three. Got it? You can make the groups like these two are the groups and these two are the group. You can take common n square from here. You always take the least common power, least power common. Got it? So n square is common and you're left with n plus 1. From these two you can take common 9 and you are left with n plus 1. Got it? So n plus 1 is a common factor. Take out n plus 1 and you are left with n square plus 9. Got it? It would be then n plus 1 and n square plus 9. Got it? That's how you factor by grouping. You can just for make the groups, take out common and write the factors. It would be n plus 1 and n square plus 9. Got it? Let's start with the practice questions. Okay, let me write down 10x cube plus 5x square minus 14x minus 7. Okay, just make the groups. Here between these two, you can take a number and an x common, and these two are group. Okay, which number is common? 5 is the multiple of both the numbers, so you can take common 5 and also the least power, then that would be x square. So you're left with 5 times 2 is x and you're left with x. So 5 square is outside the bracket, so you're left with just 1. Got it? So from there, these two numbers you can take common minus 7 and you're left with 7 times 2 is 14, 2x, and 7 times 1 is 7 because you have taken negative 7 negative outside, so all the numbers are then positive. So 2x plus 1 must be common and you're left with 5x square plus 7. So the factors are 2x plus 1 and 5x square minus 7. Got it? If you have any question, please write the question in the chat box. I'll answer all your questions. It would be then 2x plus 1 and 5x square minus 7. Got it? 5x square minus 7 and 2x plus 1. The second option is the correct one. Got it? Okay, the next one is 10v cube plus 5v square. 10v cube plus 5v square minus 18v minus 9. Okay, so from here, these two, we can take common 5v square and you are left with 5 times 2 is 10v and plus 1 because 5v square is outside the bracket. Got it? So from here, you can take common negative 9 and you're left with 9 times 2 is 18, 2v and negative 9, so you're left with plus 1. Got it? So 2v plus 1 is a common factor, and you are left with 5v square minus 9. Got it? So it would be 2v plus 1 and 5v square minus 9. It would be the second one, no, the first one, 5v square plus 9, and the second one, 5v square minus 9 and 2v plus 1. Got it? Okay, the next one is 9w square cube plus 9w square minus 5w minus 5. So which of the option is the correct one? The first one or the second one? Who is going to answer the question? Which of the option is the correct one? Who is going to answer the question? Which of the option is the correct one? The first one is the correct one. Let's see how. 9w cube 9w cube plus 9w square minus 5w minus 5. Okay, so from these two we can take common 9w square and you are left with w plus 1. So from here you can take common negative 5 and you are left with w plus 1. Got it? So w plus 1 is a common factor and you are left with 9w square minus 5. Got it? So the first option is the correct one, w plus 1 and 9w square minus 5. So select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Got it? If you have any question, you can ask question. Okay, which of the option is the correct one, the first one or the second one? Which option is the correct one? The first option is the correct one. Got it? It would be 3r square negative 10 and r plus 1. The first option is the correct one. The second one is the correct one because if we take common 3r square from here, we are left with r minus 1. So that means the second one is the correct one. Got it? Okay, 8 cube minus 8q square minus q plus 1. So which of the option is the correct one? It would be the which option is the correct one? Who is going to answer the question? It would be the second one. Got it? When you take common 8q square, you are left with q minus 1. So second one is the correct option. Got it? Okay, 5y cube plus 20y square minus y minus 4. It would be, let me write it down on board, 5y cube plus 20y square minus y minus 4. Okay, here 5 is common. We have 5y square is common. So you are left with y plus 5 times 4 is 20. Got it? Y plus 4. So here you have negative 1 is common and you are left with y plus 4. So y plus 4 is a common factor, right? Y minus 4 and you are left with 5y square minus 1. Got it? So it is option number 2. Option number 2 is the correct one. Got it? So select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next topic. The next topic is the final test of the chapter. So let's just start with the final test of the chapter. Got it? Let me just write down the lesson name. That would be the final test of the chapter. Okay, factor 9w cube plus 9w square minus 5w minus 5. That is the one we just completed the lesson. It would be 9w square cube plus 9w square minus 5w minus 5. So here you have, we can take common 9w square from here. So you're left with w plus 1. We can take common negative 5 from here, and we're left with w plus 1. Got it? So it would be 9w square minus 5 and w plus 1. Got it? So the correct option is 9w square minus 5 and w plus 1. So select the correct option, then click on the OK button. I forgot to click on the OK button. Okay, j square plus 5j plus 6. J square plus 5j plus 6. You have to factor this. Here you have 6 and here you have 5. You have to find the two numbers that when multiplied makes 6 and then when added makes 5. Got it? So which two numbers that when added makes 5 and when multiplied makes 6? It would be 2 times 3 is 6. Got it? And when you add them, it makes 5. So you can write the 5j as 2j plus 3j. Got it? So you can just write it as j square plus 2j plus 3j and plus 6. Got it? So from here you can take common j. You are left with j plus 2. And from these two you can take common 3 and you are left with j plus 2. Got it? So you can take the common factor, that is j plus 2. It would be j plus 2 and j plus 3. Got it? It would be j plus 2 and j plus 3. So the correct option is j plus 2 and j plus 3. That is the first option. Okay, 2d square plus 9d plus 9. 2d square plus 9d plus 9. Okay, no one is answering, but these are the lessons we have already covered in the last session. You have to multiply the coefficient of d square and 9. So they makes 2 times 9 is 18. Got it? You have to look for the numbers that when multiplied makes 8 and that when added or subtracted makes 9. Got it? 18, sorry. You have to look for the two numbers that when multiplied makes 18 and when added or makes 9. Got it? So which two numbers have the when multiplied makes 18 and when added makes 9? It would be 6 times 3 is 18 and when you add them it makes 9, isn't it? So you can write it as 2d square plus 6d plus 9d plus 9. Got it? Plus 3d plus 6 plus 3 is 9. Got it? So here you can take common through 2d and you're left with d plus 3. And here you can take common 3 and you're left with d plus 3. Got it? So the factors are d plus 3 and 2d plus 3. Got it? It would be d plus 3 and 2d plus 3. Select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, find the greatest common factor 6k and 4k cube. Which one is the greatest common factor? The greatest common factor is a number that can divide both the numbers completely. So which one is it? It would be the second option. Got it? 2k is the correct option. You can divide both 6k and 4k cube by 2k. Got it? So 2k is the correct option. Just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, factor 25r square plus 30r plus 9. That is from the lesson we just did. The completing square one. 25r square plus 30r plus 9. 25r square is the square of 5r. 9 is the square of 3. So it would be 2 times 5r and 3. Got it? So that means this is the whole square of 5r plus 3 whole square. Got it? So it would be 5r plus 3 whole square. Okay, the next one is 8k cube, 8q cube minus 8q square plus q plus 1. Got it? So you can factor by grouping. Got it? That's from the lesson we just did. Got it? Let me just write it down on the board. It would be 8q cube plus 8q minus 8q square minus q minus 1. Got it? So you can take common q square, 8q square from here. You are left with q minus 1. This is plus 1. Here you can take minus 1 common and you're left with q plus 1. Got it? So the correct option is, so it would be 8q square minus 1 and q minus 1 is common. So the option is it is 8q square minus 1 and q minus 1. Got it? 8q square minus 1 and q minus 1. Got it? Just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Got it? Okay, again you can factor by grouping. So which option is the correct one? It would be 2x squared plus 9 and 2x minus 1. Got it? The second option is correct one. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Greatest common factor. So which is the greatest common factor that can divide? Greatest common factor is the one that can divide both the numbers. Got it? So it would be 3 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next topic. The next chapter we're going to start with is the linear functions, and the linear functions is from the grade 9. Got it? We're going to start with a new chapter that is linear functions, and the linear functions is from the grade 9. And the lesson we're going to start with is identify linear functions. So here is the lesson: identify linear functions. Okay, let's just go to grade. Well, I am on grade 9 maths. Let me just find the chapter that is linear functions. Okay, here it is, the linear functions. Let's start with the linear functions. Let's start with the first topic, that is identify linear functions. So let's start with the lesson. Okay, the graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? So two of the very important points for the linear function. The linear functions have a graph straight line. Got it? Let me write down the definition of the linear functions on the board. You can note down the definition. Got it? So linear functions, a linear function is a linear function is a function that represents is a function that represents a straight line on the coordinate plane. Straight line on coordinate plane. Got it? And the second one is none of the variables have an exponent. Got it? None of the variables have the none of the variables have the exponent. Got it? Like it has the equation y equals 2x, y equals 2x plus 5. So here two of the variables are involved, x and y, both don't have any of the power. Got it? So these are the two uh, of the points from the linear function. Got it? So linear function is a function that represents a straight line on the coordinate plane. So whenever you have a linear function, it must be a straight line. Got it? So the one we are on, let's start with the test. Okay, the graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? So you are given, you are here you have a function, you have to see if it is the linear or non-linear. So graph is a straight line. Got it? So if you have a straight graph as a straight line, that means that is a function. Got it? So yes, it is a linear function. Got it? Because the graph is a straight line, so the linear function always have a straight line. Okay, the graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? So graph is not a straight line. Got it? That means graph is non-linear. Got it? So the second option is the correct one. It is non-linear. Okay, the graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? It is the linear function. Got it? Because graph is a straight line. So the linear functions always have have a straight line. So it is the linear function. Got it? Okay, the graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? It is a straight line. Got it? And the straight lines are always the linear functions. Got it? So it would be linear. Okay, the graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? It is the non-linear. Got it? Okay, I haven't selected the option. It would be the non-linear. The graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? It is the non-linear. Got it? This function graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? It is the linear function. Got it? The graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? Yes, the linear one. Non-linear one. Sorry, the graph isn't a straight line. It is non-linear. Got it? The graph shows a function. Is the function linear or non-linear? It is the linear one. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So here is the list of the lessons we have covered today. We are working on grade 9 maths. The chapter is factoring. We just did. The lessons we did are factor, quadratics, special cases. Then we did the factor by grouping. Then the final test of the chapter. Then we started the new chapter from the grade 9, that is linear functions. The lesson we did is identify linear functions. So if you need more help with any of the topic, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? Please ask a question if you have any. I am here to answer all your questions related to the lessons we did today. So if you have any question, please ask. I'm waiting for the questions from your side. Please write the questions in the chat box if you have any. Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. You have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need help with any of the topic, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? That's all for today. Please click on the like button right below the video. Thank you for your participation. Bye everyone.